Hello and welcome to a BWB Bear bonus stream. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to play a video game and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes, or you could just be a lurker and hang out. Oh, we are having connection issues right here, so I hope that that does not continue. That's frustrating. But yeah, if you're gonna, you can chat if you want. You can choose not to chat if you want. Um, what's the deal with tonight? Tonight we are returning to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist because if you watched my first playthrough of it, you know that there was an event that happened in that game that in about 1 hour in that was like wild and weird. And Harold's here, hi Harold, and kind of out of nowhere. Um, And then I kept playing the game on my own because I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to stream this again. This was interesting. I should also point in this game was gifted to me. A code was provided by the fine folks at Finji, the publisher of this game, which I should have said on Twitter, and I'll do in my due diligence in the archive. But yeah, this code was provided for me. Streamed it once. Got a few years into the game, and then I was like, okay. And then I kind of played it for a while, and then I reached the end on my own because I don't complete enough video games, in my opinion, for myself, and so I wanted to finish it. And then I found out that there's a second playthrough if you want, and so we're gonna do that tonight. I kind of figured because playing through the game the first time, there are like there's like clearly a different version of you, and there are like flashes of things that are happening in the world. And there's definitely a thing where it's like that weird sense of deja vu happens in the game. So I was like, I wonder if this is like multiple playthrough possible. And it is. So we're going to right a wrong from the previous playthrough, which I've also looked up, was not preventable. So the event that happened in the first game, the horrible out of nowhere event, is not fixable in the first time, but in the second playthrough, supposedly we should be able to right that wrong and save the day. Now, other events that happen, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix. It seems like to get like the best ending possible, I have to befriend a character that I think I'm not interested in befriending, so I'm not gonna probably do that. I also don't know if I'll ever finish this playthrough. Certainly I won't finish it tonight. I don't even think I'll finish it in the future, but I am interested in seeing, like, as a second playthrough here, what carries over. Is it just my own personal knowledge? Is it memories? Is it cards? Is it kudos? Is it experience? I don't know what carries over, so I'm interested in finding that out. Obviously it is a spoiler to tell you that you can play through the game again, start another life there. So that is a spoiler, but I felt like this was an interesting thing to explore, and I wanted to do it. So I felt like we should just do that. So if you wanted to have a cold playing of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, this is not the stream for you. But if you are interested in seeing how this game works and what a second playthrough of this game is like, because you're never going to do it, I know that the fine folks at Loading Ready Run are currently playing through this game. I believe that Corey and Cameron are playing through it. I have not watched their stream, but I probably will pick up the archives of it. All right, let's just get into it. We're going to get into it now. I'm going to retweet my own tweet, and I am going to bring up the game. Reminder, folks, that I will not be live streaming the Game Awards on Thursday. I did a poll, and most people were like, "Don't, just do your regular stream." So I'm doing my regular stream, but we'll talk about whatever results were announced between the start of it and my stream starting. I don't. So, as you can see, it says right here, friends, start your new life. We are starting our new life here in I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So yeah, we get to go into it now. I'm gonna drink a little water here if I can. Yeah, a little bit of water. I'm going to move my water so I get access better there. But yeah, we're going to get into this game. Again, real quick, I have played this before. I have completed it. I didn't obviously complete it on stream. We only played for like 2 hours. But now we're going to start our new life. So we'll get going on our new life. And I'm not sure what's going to be Wake Up Again. So I have completed this game one time already. I am now in my second life. And then I got an achievement, which you can't see because I have that covered. Games deal ensures that. Yep. Do you know that? This moment. I saw this moment happen in the first playthrough, at the beginning, and the end. Your head is pounding, must get you blacked out. You're not sure how you got here or what on Vertuna is happening. That's the planet. Something important you need to remember. Okay. Your body aches and your eyes burn for smoke. A figure pierces the flames. Is your friend? Your friend? Wait. Why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing, shouting at you, but all ears ringing. Let's climb out. You try to stand, but one of your legs falls uselessly underneath you. You won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of rubble. She throws your arm on her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight. Dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. And glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Nope. Creature howls and lunges. Its jaws open. That's the cold open from the first time I played this. And later, I had some context for it. And then we get our title card. This is not a late title card. It's pretty early, all things considered. I was a teenage exocolonist. And the music plays and swells. Turn my mic up a little bit here. And we got our spaceship. You are born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through the 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the end of the solar system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to uncharted planet Vertuna 4 in the hope they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They named you. Now, in the last game, I named myself Pizza. And it felt weird throughout the game, so I'm not doing that this time. But we're going to do Selene. I think Selene is a cool name. It's me. It's Selene. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. Use the sliders left to choose your pronouns and late teens appearance. These can change at any time. So I think this time around we're gonna go for an androgynous look, but we'll go with she/her this time around. Okay. Your earliest memories of your fourth birthday. There's a big cake with a neat halo effect that looked like fire, but when you reached out to touch it, all you got is a handful of icing. Yummy. Your favorite present was your mom's gardening trowel, an animal book from your dad, a doll from Auntie Sedent, Captain Uke's old hat, learning tablet from Professor Hal, a sports ball from Security Chief Rat. We're going to go with learning tablet from Professor Hal, because that will help us. That is going to be a +5 to reasoning, +1 to all flushes. Because this is a card battling game. How does science, which runs with the ship, he also teaches the older kids. This is going to be good for us. +5 to reasoning will be helpful in probably this version of the playthrough. But +1 to all flushes will be very helpful, specifically for my play style. From early as you remember, you've had vivid dreams every night. You dream about strangers who seem so familiar, and wide open spaces very different from the stratospheric. Sometimes the dreams are bad. It makes you scared to go to sleep. So every night before lights out, your dad tells you a bedtime story. You often ask for Tales of Earth, a place you've only seen in holo vids. Your dad doesn't want to talk about it. How about we save for another time, he says, or maybe when you're older. He prefers made-up stories. Your favorite is So this is going to give us cards here. This is something I know now. These will help us give us cards, and you can kind of put your mouse over there. Let's see. Are any of these cards strong? First card gets -1. Last card gets +1. +2 last card. That sounds good. Let's do that. Future Dog and Space Cadets. We're building our deck right now, which is good because we're going to need them to accomplish tasks. Every child on the Stratospheric is giving 1 generic enhancement by age 6. You see the first signs of your super strength would be good. Calm temperament. +1 skill on challenge to win. +1 skill on... Yeah, we'll do Eagle Eyes. Your eyes have both eagle and owl DNA. Literally Eagle Eye, which I like. So you have super long distance and night vision. Not only can you see all the way to the holo projector in the back of the classroom, but you can read Professor Howe's private holo palm notes. Sometimes they say confidential was exciting, but you don't understand most of the big words. The other kids think you're a little weird, except... Alright, so now these are some of our friends here. We can see some of our friends here. I have learned much about all of these characters. And they're cool, fun things. But these are going to be cards here, and these do set up our best friend scenarios. Let's see. Cal is awesome. And early on, you're going to say, oh, this girl rules. I am unfortunately here to tell you that this girl in the long run is great, but in the mid of the game, not so great. We're going to go with Tammy. Tammy rules. We'll give a +1 to another card. Tammy is great. When you're 8, Tammy wants to bake a special cake for Auntie Seated, who runs the creche, which is the nursery for kids. It has to be real earth carrot cake with real carrots because that's Auntie's favorite. Tammy needs help getting carrots from the gardens where your parents work. You ask your mom for the carrots, ask your dad for the carrots, steal the carrots, find something else to use. So, I know this about my parents. My mom would hate that. My dad might hate that, but might not hate that. Stealing isn't going to work out for us, and find something else to use probably isn't going to work out for us. Also, I just noticed all my stats here. I lost all my progress from the first playthrough, which makes sense. But I was hoping that maybe some of them would stick around. Maybe Perception did. I don't know, though. Let's ask Dad for the carrots. Okay, we did get some stuff here. Your dad's always easy to persuade. He asks why you need the carrots and grins when you tell him it's a secret. He slips you some carrots and reminds you not to tell your mom. The cake comes out okay, but Auntie Seaton is grateful anyway. So great. We got some friendship with Tammy right off the bat. We got some persuasion skills going. Our empathy's already good because we're friends with Tammy. And we get some loyalty from them. Oh, we're pretty rebellious here. Okay. Oh, we got some stress, everybody. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howell says it's like a doorway to another star system. You run emergency shields for months to prepare. All right, so these are our cards here that are coming with us. We got our childhood friend, which is Tammy. We're going to build up that friendship. We got Eagle Eyes. We can adjust this if we wanted to, but I think we're going to keep it as it goes. And we'll move on. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry together near the escape pods just in case. Single file, everyone. Professor Howell instructs you to follow him. We're gonna do as he says. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine. Selene, your dad Suze, will be through the wormhole and down the planet before you even know it. Just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Because she's a realist. Oh no, we're getting fucking stressed out over here. Red emergency lights switch on. Siren begins to sound somewhere in the distance. You try to breathe slowly like you're taught, but you're very scared. You look at the portal. The stars are gone. Okay, so we can't put on a tough face because we do not have any toughness. We can get in touch with our emotions, or we can think of a game to play. I think we're going to get in touch with our emotions because I have found in this game it is tough to increase empathy, persuasion, and creativity early in the game. So let's do that. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. You aren't the only ones nearby. Your classmates Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying quietly to console her. She sighs. As you're crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. So now we got a stress cry card. I believe we did cry the first time because I've had that card throughout the game before. You wait. The shaking builds. We're getting stressed the fuck out here. Then everything starts to get very weird. This is the wormhole. Ominous metal giving way. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything's going to be okay because we played the game before. The shadow reaches the crescendo. You hear the possible loud crunch. It feels like weightlessness for a few seconds before gravity slams you back down against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You dream yourself in a place you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you feel the ship's shaking has stopped, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Oh, we calmed down a little bit. That's good. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. The med bay under you plays a soft tone and automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completely healed. They may now be safely discharged. Hell yeah. As the fog lifts in your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus at the window. Something is definitely different. Trees? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. The construction materials everywhere, and people walking around outside, on the ground. You better go out there and join them. So hey, it's us. We can adjust some stuff about us if we wanted to. We can make us more, a little more on binary, a little less binary, a little more non-binary. We got our cards here, which is good for our starting hand here. It's going to be good for that. Our childhood friendship right out there is with Tammy. Let's cautiously step outside to our new life. Holy shit. We're outside. We're a little kid. And the first thing we're going to do is talk to our friend Tammy. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind you. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards the geodesic domes. To walk, click the ground. To click on characters, click on characters to talk to them. These are tooltips that we know. So we can just click where we want, and then we can click our dad and talk to our dad. There's our dad. Selene, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He shakes your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, you love your dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. It's beautiful. How did you do this so fast? What's outside the walls? How'd you do this so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine. He says all these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick, temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day, our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Harold, you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope you have a great one. I hope to see you this weekend. Bye-bye. Before I forget, he pulls a package from the satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? You honestly don't. You're reminded you've been asleep in the med bay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu, which I'm aware of because I've played this game. You stare hard at the wrap package. You know what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package. Some years ago on the ship, inside will be a small medallion in the shape of the sun your dad made by hand. So we're going to get the sun medallion, which is +1 to all challenges, which is a great thing. We could get the sun medallion, which is +1 to all challenges, and we could freak out our dad. Or we could not open the package, but we'll open the package and not freak out our dad because it's probably a bad idea to freak out our dad. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hands shake. But how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Selene? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out this early. Sometimes these sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all that it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm sorry, Selene, but I got to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and don't worry, we're going to fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to this engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to large doors you came out of earlier. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome. Or you can relax in the quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Selene. I love you. So, Lord Crashington, to get you up to speed, my friend, we have restarted this game, but not from scratch. We have restarted our life as a young child. So we have weird memories of the future because I already played this game to the conclusion and then did a replay. So we have started from the beginning of the game in the stream, but I have played from the beginning and know what happens in the game. There are a few things I'm not sure why they happened, but I know the general events. So, Lord Crashington, the reason why we didn't pick up where I had left off, even though I kept playing, but there was a save we could have, and instead started over again is, Lord Crashington, I'm going to do my damnedest to prevent Bummertown. We owe it to our friend to fix what went wrong the last time, which was unavoidable the first playthrough, but supposedly is preventable in this playthrough. So we're going to get shit done this time around. So that is one of the reasons why we're streaming here, is to make things right. So we can talk to people. An honorable goal, indeed. Let's talk to a guy who is not fun until much later in this game. Dies, who is... Dies has like a... Dies gets better, but like right now, meh. You stare at the gate and suddenly rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous, dark, and wiggly. For years in space, you've half remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of shifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Dies whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. Stop making things up. Our parents will keep us safe. I do believe him. No, you don't. You're being sarcastic. I can tell. Nobody believes me. They're huge and wiggly and dangerous. So yeah, stop making fun of it. You're as bad as Mars. I know that he's not... He doesn't want you to believe him. But I don't care. It's more fun. Because I don't think I'm going to complete this playthrough. So, alright. So, I can learn some stuff. I can relax. We're going to talk to any friends we can here. Hi, Selene. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't gold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a litter. She's simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. What are you making? Just snow spirals. But earlier, me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. Now that you're awake, we can play. See you later. So this is one of those games that knows you restarted. So Lord Crashington, yes. It knows we restarted. It kind of wants you to restart. And some of this, it's filling in a little bit here with more stuff. You did have flashes of a future that you as the player didn't know about the first time, and now you do, but they're also adding in a little bit more this time, it seems like. Not if I see you first, maybe see you in class. All right, you should probably go to class, like your mom said. You kids are expected to manage your own schedules. We did not talk to our mom, so we do not know that, but whatever. So we can go to class there. We can do sports over here. We don't have a lot of options at this point. We're going to go to class probably, because that might be how we meet other characters. I think we have met every character that is available at this moment. Yep, there's the door. Yeah, all right. So let's go and let's do some learning. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Low throbbing noise comes to the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to teaching labs and medbay. You know the routine. the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wings off limits to children. Don't forget to study hard, Selene. Okay, so we're going to, let's see. We can get +2 in biology, +1 in reasoning, 15 in stress, which is fine. We can get +2 in creativity, +2 in persuasion. We're going to study some humanities. Welcome, Selene. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry, too. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruent's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, because I'm up late repairing Congruent's subterminal and could use an app. I'd like you to write an essay of what their tuna colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy. My friends are all here. I feel safe here. Just doodle instead of writing. We're going to do my friends are all here. You write about all your buds and the fun things you do together. Apparently, Mars fucking hated that. When Hal wakes up for his nap, he asks a few students to read the essays. We're not really friends with Mars. Literally, we have had one interaction with Mars in-game. So, tough, Mars. Even though being friends with Mars is beneficial in the long run, I'll tell you that. But, okay, and then also this is a card game. This is a collectible card game. I mean, in-game collectible. Yeah, get some pairings, get some color flushes, get a straight, all kinds of stuff like that. We know. We're studying humanities, right? So, we don't have a lot of cards here, but we can try to get to 12. We'll do that. That's going to make this, now we're at 4. We get a +1 there. Yep. We did it because we got a bonus. We got a bonus from there being 2s, and we got a bonus for them being the same color. So we did it pretty easily, which is good because this is the beginning. Also, you can push through. You don't have to fail if you're willing to take some stress, which in the early game, I think is totally worth doing because you just rest. They've been working. They got to do a lot of work. I learned some stuff in school. So, we could do this. And as you can probably see by the pop-up, not a good idea. You got to save your moments. I have been told, because we're not going to get there, so I can tell you, I have been told that if you do enough of that, then you have to go hang out in the med bay by yourself for a while, and you lose time because people are like, oh, you are mentally unwell. So we're not going to do that stuff. We're going to say, I learned some stuff at school. I'm glad to hear that Mom says, I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. And Professor Howell will give you kudos if you get good grades. Kudos are important. They eventually let you buy stuff. Can't go Bill Murray on them. No, you cannot. Yeah, the depot is going to open at some point, and then you can buy stuff. I think you have a lot of ways to learn. School's just one of them. Our dad's a hippie. Both agree the colonies experiment. That means we're going to do things differently on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions for education in the future. And if it means you find your way, we'll accept you. That was the thing we saw later, or before, where we did things a little out of order. Dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Yeah. And now we got geoponics. We can go get some dirt. All right, let's see if we can talk to any friends. Oh yeah, we're age 10 here. So we're gonna go. Oh, we can talk to this friend, so we will. Anyone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball. So we cannot do a trick because we do not have toughness, but we can bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can keep it going. And Imone tells you the new sports ball court, a proper regular sized court, way bigger than the little 0G1 in the stratosphere. Her brother Calm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like you. You should come join us. We can now do that. We can now level up some of that stuff. But we're going to see who's out here. Or we can talk to our dad. I guess we could talk to Mars. We'll talk to Mars. A sharp whistle interrupts her thoughts. Hey, Selene, she calls out to you. Come here. I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltered from the snow, and the ship's overhang. It's so gross here. Sparkly snow would ruin my good clothes. At least the ship, we have climate control. Ugh. Tammy makes some soy sweets. But there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. Since you're running around, could you fetch them for me? I guess we'll say okay. Good. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared of taking more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Yeah. Our friend is not adjusting well to what's going on here. And that's okay. Oh, there's our parents. Let's see. There's dies. There we go. There's our friend. There's our best friend, Tammy. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Celine, she says, putting her hand on her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in pink and yellow scarf. One order of mangoes soy sweets made fresh this morning. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Oh, well, Mars is at least being helpful. Tammy smiles again, tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. All right, well, let's complete a task. Let's see. So, we could get a card if we are rude. We do not have persuasion high enough to get anything from that. We do have persuasion to get half, which will also net us a card called Sharing is Caring. Let's get ourselves a card. The audacity. She glares at you and you stare back defiantly. Ugh, okay, fine. She eventually relents a small smile. You did fetch them and all. So now we got a card out of it. And she respects us for giving it to her. You split the box of soy sweets with Mars and sit to eat some with her. They're great. Tammy's a good baker. But I wish she wasn't so scared of everything here. Sure, the weather is gross, but it's not dangerous. Oh, right. Mr. Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs at the depot. I don't want to, because like, ew, running around out there? No. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door, and tell them I referred you. So we could get a job, which would increase some stuff. But first, let's talk to our friend Tammy. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance of the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her. We were friends. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Celine, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? Yeah, let's play dolls. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls? If anything, she has even more than a few of them now. She has even more of them now. She takes her quarters to bring out an entire Spacey Stacy doll collection, a disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements. I forgot about this from the first playthrough. Two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly, who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good with the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly, saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Hell yeah. We're always going to be nice to Tammy. Tammy has it rough. All right, we could do some schooling. We could get a job. I guess we could talk to our mom and dad. You find your mom hard at work setting up greenhouses and small construction crew. You've seen the plants pinned to the wall of your family quarter for years now. The geodesic domes will house more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomato, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from Canteen's brooch. Looking for something to do? Remember, Celine, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so as long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing and the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Professor Howes is still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help out work around here. She claps her hands on her shoulder. I got another minute. Anything you need to know? Let's do, what can I do in the quarters? If you need to take a break, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But I don't want to see you lounging around. Lounging is how you get your stress down back to zero. And also, sometimes you can get friend points with people. Okay, bye. Then we'll talk to our dad. Hello, my little potato. He exclaims, what have you been up to today? Just hanging out with friends. That counts a good boy. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she spends every day outside there since we landed. Guess what happens when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team? Fortuna's magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I miss seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder. And the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky. It'll be real hot. Then you'll see. All right, Dad. Okay. Let's get a job. Let's go get a job. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to nondescript offices. They're hurrying to something important, and the hallway opens a supply depot. We cannot apply yet because our toughness and organization skills are not high enough, so we cannot get a job. And there's some stuff here. We're gonna leave. Okay, so we can't get a job yet. Let's increase our toughness by playing sports ball. Right here. It's sports ball time, everybody. I believe also we can increase our toughness by doing field work, but let's get our bravery up too, and our friendship up, and our stress up. So we're going to play some sports ball. It's bouncing for one like the other. Excitement Brother Com is organizing the youth team. There's Kombucha, a.k.a. Com. Knew getting a job couldn't be that easy. Right, Lord Crashington? Gotta wait on it. We're going to pick our team. Newman needs to play with Cal and Mars on the ship, but Tammy, you're surprised to see her here. Com will fill in, even up the players. We promise to go easy on the other side. So, we're choosing our friend, Tammy, because she's the best. Cal said I should join, but I'm not very good at sports. Where should I stand? She asked quietly. You aren't sure. You were signing her to tackle back and tell her to stick like glue to the opposing team's offense. Maybe she'll get in their way instead of yours. Hey, that's rude. We're being rude here to our friend. Maybe choose Kombucha. We're going to go with Cal, because I don't mind if Mars gets mad at us. Mind if I play goalie? Yes, sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. Cal is a pacifist. You face off 3-on-3. Toughness challenge. It's card time. This is a 3 rounds, friends. We got 3 rounds here. We start with just 3 cards, and then it gets bigger the more we go in here. You get 4 cards, then 5 cards. We don't have a lot of cards here. So, that we probably want to save. We're going to take the bonus. Even though it's a 0, we're going to take the bonus by having them together. Our next round. +1 skill and challenge win. Okay, that's good to have. +2 to the last card. So we'll put that there. And then we'll put that to get points on that. Actually, we probably don't want to do that. We'll do that. I do that because at least that's giving us points here. So we might have to push through with stress, but the stress will decrease if we can do it. So let's put this here. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. We did it. We had enough. We didn't even need all 5 cards. Okay, great. But yeah, total 10 value +6 +4 for pair straight flush. Okay, great. So we did it. And our toughness goes up. Tammy tackles in a brilliant takedown that surprises everyone. She really took the role as an immovable object. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but was winded when the ball hits him in the chest. Oof. But we got a card here. Set neighbors to this value. So if we can put that next to a 0, it'll be a 1. And then we get some kudos. Bam, you score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. And our bravery goes up too. And our toughness and our friendship. And that's a major element of this game. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. Timelines. We're changing the timelines. This morning you were sure Professor Al was going to trip, but he didn't. A.S. Brown's safe for today. Mars calls you a liar and a dummy. Yeah. At night, your dreams are mixed with stuff can't be real. You're chased by monsters-sized buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body in the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. You've lived this life before. In your dreams, you're sure of it. In the light of day, you try to remember everything from your dreams, but it's impossible. You can't live a lifetime in dreams. Anytime you try to tell someone they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick, you need to go to medbay. You eventually say quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their mind already. You have a feeling that something's happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. You just keep going to class and staying out of trouble. It's easier for everyone, yourself included. All right, now it's mid-quiet. Now it's late quiet. All right, we can go and talk to Tangent, or Tan. We can talk to Cal. Let's talk to Cal. Cal's a good guy. Cal is riding around Geoponics Gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Selene. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. The bumps are everywhere. Baby hoverboards don't work outside. We all have to adapt. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. It's actually really cool. Oh. Hovering board is rad. Look at this. He runs over Salt Depression on a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. What now? Like it's a round, the sides go up. You can do hover tricks. He jumps on this board and shows you how it's done. Look, our toughness needs to shoot up here a little bit probably. Hell yeah, we're getting tougher. We're getting tougher so we can do jobs. Sure, but please be careful. Mom says I break my hoverboard, can't make another one. So we take. It's still fun. You don't learn any tricks. It's just fun. But we do need to increase our toughness. All right, let's talk to Tangent. Tangent is the person that we were making friends with, and then one day was like, we're not friends. And I was like, what happened? But that is because I think that this game, in the beginning at least, does not... Oh, we've dropped a bunch of frames tonight, everybody. I'm sorry about that. But I would say this game does not necessarily want you to focus on one person. Frowning, poking air. Resident wants to prep list native flora with pictures. They should be cataloged in the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. I'll help you find the catalog. Hell yeah. You launch your own holopod and start searching the colony's holonet archives for a list of terminal plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under survey logistics and the expedition's net. So we made friends with Tangent a little bit more, and we also increased our organizing, which is good. Passes pulls face to you. Hey, hollow nerds, she shouts. School's over. Go play sports ball in the sunshine. Tag just rolls her eyes. We do want to increase our toughness for our job, so we will do another sports. At least this game isn't very active visually. I mean, yeah, it's not... Dropping frames isn't the worst thing, but it is frustrating that I've been dropping so many frames. Okay, so we got... we're going to play some sports ball. Hell yeah. Also, yes, her little sister is named Nougat, and that's a great name. Okay. Looking for more difficulty. Hard card challenges obviously keeps you on your toes. We're a little early here. Skip card challenges off. We are not skipping card challenges, but we are not doing only hard challenges because I don't have the cards for that. Eagle Eye, +1 to toughness, challenge on winning. So we can do this. If we put this here, if we put this here and put this here, that now makes that a 1. And then we can put that there. And we can put that there. And we did it. We hit our goal. We didn't even need the 2. I wanted the 1 to get the bonus from that. But yeah, we got a super goal too. That's fun. Get your super goal. Get even more stuff. Our bravery increased was good. Our toughness increased. And our stress increased, unfortunately. We're almost ready to stop doing this. This is the future the celebs naming their kids after food is heading towards. I mean, totally possible. We can still do some stuff here because we are not fully stressed out, but our next activity will stress us out completely. So we are going to go and do some science work. Let's see, what do we want to study here? +2 reasoning would be good. Friends with tangents, fine. +2 biology. 2 creative persuasion. That's good. We're going to do humanities. Today we're going to talk about the formation of the Vertumina group and their decision to leave Earth. Very exciting topic. I think you're finally ready to hear about it. Environmental stability. They wanted to leave Earth. The spiritual leader of the Vertumina movement. So this is the point where I start wondering what's up. Like, they don't really go too much about the planktonic ascendants Wang, Bothra, Smith. But the basic idea is that these are, like, at best part of a Scientology-like movement. Which is weird. And it doesn't really come up that much again. But it is weird. Wang, Botha, Schmidt's writings. Yeah. We're just going to skip through this. The bad future, yes. So they mix their DNA, so they mix their cultures. Let's do the cultures one. I think that's better. The prediction social colonies were founded. Word got out about the Vertumina group's social experiments. Assimilation was unpopular at the time because it has been used to commit terrible genocides on Earth, thus combined with panic that the Vertumina group was destroying the family unit or raising an army of genetic super soldiers, brought the colony under attack from all sides. Yeah, so, yeah, things went bad. It is bad. I'm leaving behind inherited traditions, rules, resentment, and hope is that humanity... I don't mind arguing with a computer at this point. Congress sounds like she's reciting doctrine. Assassination, Borg religion. Yeah. Assimilation. Even the first generation of the Vertumina group wasn't certain it was possible. You're the beginning of the new beginning. Who knows what we'll be capable of? You get the feeling you're not going to get a nuanced answer from the ship's AI. Yeah. The image of the burning compound is replaced with a stratospheric, a launch pad. Anyway, basically, shit went bad and they got on a fucking spaceship and we're like, let's go to another planet. Isn't that lovely? What was Earth like when they left? So nobody knows we're like us. So much information. Hey, how did they build the ship? Okay. We stole a ship, I'm going to say. Crowdsourced enough funding to purchase and repair the ship. Okay, yeah. So much information. Your head bursts so stuffed with ideas. Hey, we got a +1 for each unplayed card. Okay. Professor Howe and your parents never mentioned this stuff before. They waited to tell you because they wanted you to grow up without feeling different based on your genetic makeup or family history. It is good to know that, like, shit was weird on Earth and our group was not beloved. All right, so we can put that there, put this here, put that there, put that there, and put that there. We did it. We got 11. Oops. +5 yeah. Oh wait, that's +1 to all false. That's right, yeah. That's why our reasoning is so well. We did it. All right. Creativity +1, persuasion, tangent, that's helpful. You know, it's just good to get these things moving along. You awake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're in is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, and you've had to push your way through it. It feels like every step takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the child's creche, a room you know well, to see your friend Tammy standing before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy's leaning over you while you're sleeping in the nest of pillows. She shakes your shoulder gently. Oh, I'm sorry, Selene. I think you're having a nightmare. Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream. You feel sick with dread. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Aunt Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy slips off towards the creche, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. That dream. We could not click on this before. Forget that dreams, get that candy is what we had to do. We could not do this before. We could do this now. You sprint down the hall of the children's creche where little kids playing and learning for the day. It's empty. All the young kids are probably off eating candy without seeing it. You spot Tammy tidying with some drawings near the craft bins. Above her, a hollow projector displays an enormous floating teddy bear made of purple light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth, a decade of happy memories playing with it, flash through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes, reaching for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the hollow projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears, and the whole room goes dark. And we just got an achievement. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up, rubs her elbow, staring at you. Sorry you hurt. I just saved your life. It was an accident. I tripped. Remember, you can go. They don't like when you see the future. It's okay, Sniffles, looking at you when I start crying. Why did you do that? Owie. It was an accident. I tripped. Oh, she mutters. She sniffles and wipes her nose, looking like she's trying not to cry. Are you okay? You tell her you're fine and say sorry again for hurting her. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got her here in time. You decide not to mention the dream since she seems weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead. A thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry, Tammy says, brightening as she gets to her feet. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy from the cafeteria. We did it, everybody! Oh yeah! Yeah! I'm hit. Yeah! We did it. We righted the wrong in the past. I hit the dance button. Even no one used channel points because it happens. Oh yeah. Also, yes. Lord crashes it. We'll just do it this time. We did it. By the time you found the... Okay, so we get Saving Tammy. We get a card for Saving Tammy. We did it. Tammy fucking died last time we played this game, and it was unavoidable, and now we've saved her. You need a break soon. Now we need to go and... gotta fucking relax. Ship's quarters are everyone sleeps. We're gonna relax in the lounge. Which also increases our friendship with Tammy, which is nice. Nice benefit. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good. And Fortuna, so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. And then when he bounces in, holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it's way huger than the old one on the ship. Hell yeah, it is. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. And when he rolls her eyes, but Tan continues, we shouldn't forget our studies just because we landed. I don't miss space. School, let's play outside. Tanks around school is important. I want to explore the jungle. I kind of do want to explore the jungle. Let's do that. Dislike that, and so we get some rebellion points here. Selene is right, you over his shoulder, and you start to find dies. Look, having dies like you is so hard until like the halfway through this game. I'm just going to tell you, if you want to go the dies friendship route, it's fucking difficult because it's hard to get anything that this dude wants to do until you're older and you can start breaking a lot of rules. You've had less deja vu, dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd imagine it, but suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it if it's on cue. OMG, everybody, look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command. You know what that means, right? Fortuna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouthing the words along what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kid, she explains, wrapping enemy and tangent under each arm, and we're there. We were there. So we got some car. Oh, we can later we can forget cards. We don't want to do that now. But later when we have better cards, we can forget the ones so we don't have in the pool. All right, let's talk with Tangent. Selene. We need to discuss my brother. Who, Dis? You mean my buddy Dis? Dish. We are not friends enough with him. Who dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but a lot of people becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is one of those worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out. Thank you. I mean, it would be ridiculous waste of resources if something happens to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tang doesn't get worried. She stays worried. Haha. Okay, so we can do some science. We can do some toughness. We are not going to get anywhere with this fucking dude, so we're going to go talk to our friend. Tammy's sitting down in the grass with a baby on her lap. They're playing nicely with some flowers and on a strand or a strand of the beads in Tammy's hair or something. Oh, okay. Tammy keeps gently removing her hair from the baby's mouth. Oh, Selene, she giggles and shows her. Aren't babies the best? There are so many new babies in the creche, you'd think we were starting a colony or something. But the parents are too busy doing other work, and somebody needs to take care of the little ones. She looks down lovingly to the baby, who is now sucking a part of her skirt, getting a good example baby drool. You could help too, it would be fun. This is not a thing that we could do in the first playthrough of this game, because she was dead, and no one else would ask us to do this job. The baby chose this moment to spit a big burble of pale yellow liquid on Tammy's dress. Oopsie. Tammy coos and picks the baby. Then she holds them out towards you. Could you take them for a minute while I find a towel, Selene? The baby hiccups and rolls their eyes. They still look a little queasy to you. Yeah. What happened here? Tammy, confidence. Oh, we're helping Tammy. You hold the baby against your shoulder and pat their back the way you've seen your parents do sometimes. They let us out and yell loud belch, and you feel a trickle of liquid run down your back. But you don't care, because there's nothing better than the fresh baby smell. You decide you might take Tammy up on that babysitting job. Hell yeah. And that's a way to boost your friendship with Tammy. Also, Tammy's alive. We probably can't go anywhere, but we can at least talk to Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin. We are not tough enough or brave enough to do that shit. So we're going to leave. Let's talk to this nerd. You tell Dies his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing to. His eyes flirt briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on Holopod between classes. He doesn't say anything. We are not friends enough with this dude to get some shit there. We're going to leave him alone. Shoulders slump in relief as you go. What's the butterfly effect of saving her? So Lord Crashington, I don't fully know. I do know that our empathy, so basically the things that will increase by doing activities with her, because these places not only increase your friendship with certain people, they increase your stats. It makes the game easier in a certain aspect if you have friendship with her high, because it increases some of your empathy and persuasion, creativity, bravery in there. Bravery is a thing that is very difficult to increase in this game until very late in the game, so that would be helpful if you want to go down certain routes. But it's an odd thing where like biology helps with like helps with Cal, your friendship with Cal. So like a lot of them interconnect. But basically, saving Tammy just makes a certain version of this game easier to do. You meet your dad adjusting the watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a seizing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the Stratosphere, except sometimes with a zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says, I'll be fine. Let's pollen make my head a little stuffy. On Earth, Chad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees they sure are beautiful. Sniffed out tentatively. They do smell good. They look harmless. Your dad eyes you look so sad, but maybe it's just allergies. Hey, Selene, I know those last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around the quarters wing. You're trying to tell me that shit's fucked, huh? Well, I can work. Talk to him. Let's see what's in here. See, we can do some babysitting. which will give us +2 empathy, +1 to creativity, +1 to friendship with Tammy, and 7 kudos. We don't really need kudos right now, but let's do babysitting, because I have not done this before, because I don't want to relax, I want a job. Yeah, Lord Crashington. But as I said, I have not done this before because this was not available in my previous playthrough. Hello, Selene. Auntie Cedant greets you. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so happy you come back to help. You know this place well. The Creech, part preschool, part all-day daycare. You practically grew up here, cared for a community while your parents worked their shifts. A few kids even live in the Creech full-time. In a way, Antecedent, a.k.a. Anne, a.k.a. Auntie Cedant, is every kid's mom. The smell of craft glue and clean blankets give you a calm sense of memory of the happy times you spent here with your friends. Tammy is here too, gently rocking a drowsy baby against her chest. She looks at ease here in a way you don't usually see. You're going to babysit too? She asked in an excited stage whisper. You'll love it. Suddenly, a bundle of wild hair and pink overalls runs straight to you, nearly knocking you over. Almost more kitten than kid. The kid grabs your leg and stares at you, unblinking green eyes. Watch that one on Cedant warns. You remember Nougat? She's turning out to be quite a handful. Why don't you start by getting her to get down from her nap? Go down for a nap. Look, book is not going to work on this girl. Game might. Let's try a game. Sports ball, she shouts, and pulls an extra bouncy inflatable ball from a cubbyhole. You show Nougat how to balance it on your head and bounce it gently up and down. Of course, when she tries, she pops it with such force. It flies across the room. She's after it, clapping excitedly. And our toughness went up. Hell yeah. We got stressed. Nougat makes a beeline from some other kids who are playing with a Create bot. She charges to pick up the bot and hugs it, causing the flail, whirl, and knock her bolt and itself over. By the time you get to the scene of the crime, there are tears, and the other kids are upset about their broken bot. The commotion attracts the attention of Aunt Cedant, who swoops in and hugs and tissues. Within minutes, she is under control. Whoopsie, she says, hauling Nougat onto her hip with ease. Just a little mix-up. Don't worry, everybody. Selene will get the bot fixed in a jiffy. She can see a warm smile. So now we have to fix a robot with our card game abilities. Our goal is 10. So let's put this here. Let's do this, and we did it. We didn't even need the extra one because we got some points from there and we get some points from that. Plus what we played. It helps a lot that I know what I'm doing. Empathy, creativity, kudos, and friendship with Tammy, which is great. Late pollen into early dusk. All right. So the heat, you can see there's like a heat effect going on there. Let's do some work. Let's get some work going. Can we do work here? Yes, let's shovel dirt. It gives us a lot of stress, but we help our friendship with Cal and we get tougher. Your first day at Glorious World of Agricultural Soil Conveyance. Oh boy. Or we're going with our mom. Let's get to work. That's my girl. Stumble a little. We got stressed out here, but we did get tougher, which is good. Your arms start to ache after the first half-hour work. You keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted, and good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Shoveling some dirt. All right, so we're going to put that there. We really need some cards. We got to do some stuff to get some cards here. Oh, wait, we want to put that here. We did have enough points there, but we really got to get rid of some of these 0 cards. But we did get really stressed out by doing this. It's Vertumlia. Ika and the council have called a festival to celebrate here on the planet Vertuna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear the speech. I'm not going to read the speech again, but we'll clap. Everyone cheers and applauds. We're trying to get a little less rebellious with adults and stuff. This is the people here. When it's your brother Flula's turn, eating some very first crops grown. And yeah. And then we've got some stuff here. Now, our toughness is not that good. Our perception's okay. Our reasoning is not that great right now because in my first playthrough, I focused on that. And talent show, I've never been able to do the talent show because I've never had the creativity high enough. So I'm going to click on talent show just because in my first playthrough, I never had enough creativity to do it. So I kind of want to do that. It's an all singing, all dancing, all talent extravaganza. The entire colony gathers to watch the show after dinner. First up, Dees plods up the front of the stage, and as the pop song starts to play, he just stands there, deadpan, staring into space with his arms at his side. Then the chorus comes in. He suddenly springs to life, dancing and lip-syncing the lyrics frantically, waving his arms. I had no idea that this was in this. I love that for Dis. Or Dies. He starts to collapse back to standing still once the chorus is over. It's hilarious, but you aren't sure you're supposed to be laughing. Next, Mars performs a choreographed dance routine to an old Earth song by an AI idol. She's light emanating balls at the end of her hair. She swings around everywhere in dim light while controlling a small floating ball drone who dances with her. It's so overkill, but it is impressive. Okay, so we can do a comedy routine, a magic act, or hoverboard tricks. I would like to do hoverboard tricks because I think that's fun. This is hard, apparently, which I did not know. So we're going to have 3 rounds to get to 41. I have no collectibles, but I do have this. So flushes will help. So why not? Let's go for a flush here. We're going to get bonus points with that. So we'll move on to the next round. I don't think we're going to do this without really stressing ourselves out, but we might be able to force it. So let's see. Does that... Okay, let's see if that goes down when I add cars. It does go down, okay. But it's still good. And I'm going to do 1 here just to get a bonus. All right, so we need to get 21 points here. But we're going to try to get as many points as we can so that we can only get a little stressed out to force a win. Let's see. Let's do that, that, and that. Okay, so we're only going to get 15 points of stress. Oh, you can't actually see that because of where I have it here. You can see that there. I'm going to push through the stress. So, which is great. Because that means we won, and we weren't that stressed out anyway, and we were really close to winning. So I'm fine with that. You thrill the crowd with your death-defying hoverboard stunts. Well, they're not death-defying, but they're still pretty cool. You win, as voted by the audience applause. And now we got a 5 card, which is great. Mars begrudgingly shakes her hand, leaning in a whisper, "You better enjoy your victory now, because she's going to destroy you next year." And our stress went away because of the festival, which is great. So it's totally worth getting stressed out. Early dusk. We should probably do... We have not done much science stuff, so should we get in there to some science? Let's study some life sciences. Get our biology up. Good afternoon, my budding biologist. I'm becoming chemist. Studying life sciences. Alright, this is just a challenge here, so we're going to go with 0. We'll do that. Do that. And then 0. We did win. We had enough to win. We did not have to do any shenanigans. And we got +1 to biology and +1 to reasoning, which is good. And then tangent likes us a little bit more. Oh. Tammy almost doesn't notice you approach. She bent over hollow palm, intently taking notes until you get close enough that her ears wiggle and she looks up surprised. Oh, hello, Selene. She greets you cheerfully. I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. You ask her what she's studying, and she flushes pink and tugs in her ear. Oh, I'm not studying. I'm making a list of my friend's favorite things. She laughs a little embarrassed. So, well, you're my friend, Selene, so what's your favorite color? We're going to go with black. She knows your answer, and that's what your favorite dessert is. I think it's soy sweets. Tammy carefully knows as well. And one last question. What's your favorite toy? I should say this. I don't know if we're going to get to it. Tammy will get you a birthday present every year, and it helps you in the game. And that is the thing that you did not get. Because she died before your next birthday, where you would get a birthday present from her. So that is also a thing that happens now that you've saved her life. Last question, what's your favorite toy? Stuffed animal, hoverboards, dolls, and action figures, my hollow palm. Toys from... I like hoverboards. We found out. That's Cal's favorite too. Okay, now I know what to get you for birthday. Let's ask her favorite things. She puts her new figures together. I like the color yellow and my dolls. And my favorite sweet is cake. Good to know. We can give her a cake at some point. Also, there were cakes in the game, and we could never do anything with them. But now we can. It's hot out. I guess we'll do some dirt. Greenhouse, different biomes inside. Shovel dirt. That's all we can do. We got to get to work. Shovel some dirt. Shoveling dirt. All right. So we can do this, which sets all of these to 1. And then we did it already, but we can even go for bonus points. We'll get 16. We didn't get the cool bonus, but we did it. You know, did well there. Completed a task. We're not stressed yet. Oh, we can talk. Let's talk with our buddy. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you trip over someone else, one of the youngest kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey, they exclaim. It's Cirrus, one of an enemy's brothers. He declares you, I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs his hand. Dude, you were so close. It's not her fault. She didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a second. I want to teach her how to play. Playing a game with our friend Cal. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Cirrus. Sorry, Selene. He says sleepishly, I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know. He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. And again, a real pacifist, our friend. Cal looks you, hopefully, do you want to learn how to play? What's your schedule? Yes. Cal smiles. Smile looks like he's going to stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on the blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy. It smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around while I go. You got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria. Okay? You not. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts 1, 2, 3. First, you got to walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions? Yes. Let's try the best. Take steps forward. Turn to your right. Take 15 steps until you get the door. We got it right, which is good for us. Turn to the right. Walk forward, counting at 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. Like, you're like 2 more steps away. Take 2 more steps. Warm metal, a door. We got to a door. Awesome. Can't but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? So our empathy is not more than 20. So we're so close to having enough empathy to trust him, but we don't trust him. It's Turbo Rocky here. Just keep going forward. You try to do yourselves, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself in your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, the slowly rush tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you, innocent, kneeling on the ground. Are you okay? You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Selene. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some Watato juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. So yeah, we did not complete that task. All right, let's talk to this dude. Let's talk. We do not have enough perception to follow this guy as he is our friend. So we are just going to ignore him and let him do his thing. Dies is going to be dies. He's going to do his dies thing. All right, let's increase our empathy. Let's get that empathy up. Let's babysit a little bit here. Some lived there full time, and triplets, well, orphans from the wormhole crash. Oh, people died in the wormhole crash. I didn't know that. Children whose parents have simply opted to have them raised communally instead. You and Tammy are putting two of the Creesh kids to bed. Tammy's cuddled up with one of them, reading a book out loud. Tonight's story, Tammy begins, is about a little vacuum bot named Litter. One night, when Litter was charging, there was a loud power surge in her charging station. Zap! Tammy tickles the children for emphasis. And the next morning, when Litter woke up, well, instead of cleaning, she decided to go on a grand adventure. This is the brave little toaster, kind of. Tammy makes up the story as she goes. She has the vacuum bot venture all the way out of her geoponics dome to the other side of the colony to meet her cousin bots in engineering, but everything goes wrong and the little vacuum bots get scared and lost. After Captain Utica saves her and brings her back to the geoponics, the little vacuum bots vow to never go exploring again and live happy ever after. The kids are sound asleep. You're so great, kids. The moral is to never go on adventures. That we don't want that card. We want this card. Plus 2 neighboring cards. That's a great card. This is actually a really good card for early in the game. Thanks, Elaine. Blushes. I can't wait to have kids of my own. I want at least 5. Maybe even more. Auntie Sedent says I could have as many as I want. And she and the other Creesh parents will help raise them all together. I think I'd like that. Alright, so now we got to win this empathy game. We got to get a goal of 11. So let's do a 0, a 0, a 1. Get those bonus points. A 1. And a 5. We did it. We got enough with the bonus points because we won the talent show. Because I got a little stressed in order to finish that talent show. Oh, we are having all kinds of connection issues here. I am very sorry, everybody, about that. So we're going to push on a little bit here. Sorry about that. You're having a terrifying, familiar dream. A monster crashing through the wall, unfathomably large, every part of it wiggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by deafening rumble of the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still early in the morning. You're already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then by great peals of thunder, like footsteps of an angry beast. You know, we're young. We're a young person. We're going to go hang out with our parents. Your dad is awake too. Our stress relief. Watching the rain from the large portal in the kitchenette. He gives you a hug and you gaze out together. This is good, he says quietly. It means we'll have plenty of water for the crops. Pure, healthy water, just like on Earth. Everything's going to be okay, my little potato. You hug your dad tight and hope he's right. It's early wet. No, it's mid-wet. We've moved on from early wet into mid-wet. We're not too stressed. We could do some activities. Does anybody need us for anything? Nobody needs us. We are not tough enough to get that job. Get wet as mid, indeed. Let's get tougher. Let's play some sports ball and get tougher. Play some sports ball. Mars may not be as skilled a sports ball player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain. She isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times the opposing opposition now stands further back when Mars hits the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. So we do not have enough persuasion to say that we're going to do that. We could say we could be dicks, or we could let Mars be Mars. Let's let Mars be Mars. Which increased our friendship with Mars, which is not great, but whatever. You keep passing Mars the ball, and she keeps trying to spike it from the net. It huge wide shots it off a miss. She gets another penalty for holding the ball too long. At least Mars is getting better at those long shots. She seems happy. All right, let's play some sports ball. Let's get some zeros in here. Some 0, 4, and 5. Hell yeah, we did it. Got a little stress there. But we also continued our friendship with our sports ball friend. It's late wet, and Tammy has a thing she wants to say. Tammy's sitting in a little stool in the sun, reading a fairy tale picture book on her hollow palm. She sighs. Are you okay? Oh, I'm okay. It's just that, look at all these pictures of these prince and princesses. The princes are always the taller ones, but I'm so big, I'm even taller than Cal. How can he be my prince if I'm bigger than him? Oh, that's right, I forgot she's a little bit Cal. It's true, Tammy is the tallest kid you know, taller than the boys, even Cal, who's a year older. You know she and Cal are close friends, but you never thought of him as her prince before. We could flirt with her, which is weird. Cal wouldn't want to be a prince anyway. Being tall is awesome. He'll catch up. Let's just say he'll catch up. Taylor Professor House says boys usually start puberty later than girls. Tammy is just an early bloomer. She sighs again. And strokes her face, one of the princes with her fingers. But I want to be I want to live happily ever after right now. I mean, good luck. All right, our toughness went up because we played ball. Oh, let's get an item. That log, besides just being something you get, is actually a bonus that we can use. It's a one-off, but it's a bonus card. All right, let's what do we got here? I forget these. Creativity. Let's increase our persuasion. Yeah, and our creativity. Oh boy. You're doing creative writing in teams and you're paired with Mars. You wish it was Tang. She always does so well when he is the theme of Earth's natural environment. Mars takes the topic at face value, wants to write about how beautiful everything was on Earth. Blue skies, green plants everywhere, and huge oceans that went forever. It always looked gorgeous in the carefully staged movies you see in the holovids. Let's see what we get here. We're going to get a +1 if the card is a brain card, if we do go with that, or a 3. Well, let's be nice to Mars, because Mars is going to like that. Mars takes the creative part, creative writing literally. Mars says she gets to present at the classes too is a good idea. Mars is a board presenter. You aren't sure this is totally based on fact, but it is well received by both the classmates and your teacher. Get a handful of kudos for doing well. And then we got to solve this. So we could use this. We could change the suit to a tough card. We could +2 to a card. So if we need to, we can always use those to solve our problems. So we do that. And we'll do this. And do that. And that is enough to win. We barely win without having to augment our cards, which is great. Because we want to save those. So even though we did nothing with Tangent, we still get bonuses with Tangent, which is good. The days have been getting shorter, only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake up in the darkness, having to check your hollow palm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning, all my pals, if you can call it morning. They named it glow season because like everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. Hell yeah, hella dull. You give Mars stream a thumbs up, peek out the window. The wormhole looks huge out there, and there's everything spooky and glowing. Nope, Barino. That's way sketch. You're staying close to the quarters, thanks. After Mars' message is notice from the council, warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air, as if everyone is waiting for something. All right, we're moving from late wet to glow. And everything looks weird in glow. Let's see, does anybody need anything from me? No. Nobody needs anything. My empathy is at 20. Persuasion is only at 11. Creativity is at 16. Bravery is at 9. Reasoning is okay. We could probably use a little more toughness. So let's use some sports. Let's play some sports ball. Use a lot of sports ball in the bleachers in the dark corners of the month. You submit a request to engineering to make some sort of glow-in-the-dark paint so it's easier to sport the ball, but it gets rejected for not being a priority concern. Let's sport ball. Okay, we know we're going to put there, and we're going to get this +2. We're going to get that. Do that. And we won without even putting in there. Hey, we got a super goal. Hell yeah, super goal. We got our bravery went up, our toughness went up, our friendship went up, and our stress went up. The endless dark of glow season must be getting to you. All week you've been having nightmares. Something is coming. Something bad is about to happen. A dreadful monster repeats in your head. Oh, we got fucking stressed as hell there. You hardly were surprised when the emergency sirens start up. You peek at the gates. Yes, they should be closed, but they're open. You dreamed, as you dreamed or remembered. Details are foggy. There were monsters. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but the opposing direction you hear shouting, a loud popping noises, gunfire is a colony under attack. So, we do have enough to go help fight, but we are a kid, and so we are going to hide. You find Dies and Tammy in the creche. Also, Tammy's going to be there. Tammy gestures you to come crouch under the table next to them. Takes your hand. The lights are dim. Are you scared? Tammy asks quietly, her eyes wide and tear-filled. Of course I'm scared. You comfort Tammy, who cries softly while you wait for to be sure. She's worried about her dad, Tonin, the head surveyor, who was working at the gate when it started. You grew up here. It feels weird to be hiding here, like you're just little kids again. You hear more gunfire and yelling within a half an hour. Play the all-clear tone. Tammy's dad, Tonin, is first through the door as lights come back on. He gives Tammy a huge hug, and she bursts into tears again. You're relieved when your parents arrive with ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. Shit happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming their eyes, and it begins more move higher in the sky, and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened, how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species no one has seen before. It was like something had driven to assault the colony. Glow season is bad. At least no one was killed this time. Yeah, glow season is fucking rough, y'all. Early quiet. Childhood fleet in the game will end when you reach age 20. So you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. These skills and friend buttons at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Oh yeah, so we can always we can escape out of this. We can change the song that we want to have in the background. We can see our friends and see how we're doing here. Who likes us? Somehow we have a good, decent friendship with Mars and the other people that are around. But these are the people we can make friends with here. And we could change our stats a little bit, or our appearance if we want. And then we can look at our cards and see what our gear is. We need a perk. So right now we can do +1 or we can do 5 to reasoning. But we're doing that. But we could also add the sun medallion in. And then collectibles. And what collectibles we have. Which is fun. And I think we're gonna end the stream there. We're gonna save over the pizza stream. That was my first character's name. And we'll do a new save. But yeah, I think we are going to end things there because this game moves along in its kind of way of things happen in this game. And I don't want to get too far into it because I've already spoiled the fact that you could start over. But shit does happen in this game. It goes places. There are characters to meet. There's a lot of weird shit that happens. You can maybe, the fact that I'm playing through the second time, there might be other instances besides Tammy where things might appear this time because I have played through it once already. I'm not fully sure of that. But I enjoyed it. I think that it's a pretty fucking fun game. Again, I was provided a code for this game by Finji. And I'm happy to play it, but yeah, so, you can take that with some, grain of salt with what I've said tonight, if you feel like it. But we are going to end with a raid. That is how we end every stream. We always end with a raid. Who is doing things that we want to go hang out with? I want to see who is streaming on this account here. Let's see. I'm hanging out here. I'm watching an ad right now because I want to see who on this account. Lord Crescent is sus. Yeah. We're also dropping even more frames, which is another great reason to get out of here, is that we keep dropping frames, and that's terrible. So the local copy is fine. Y'all just saw me drop a whole lot of frames, which is awful. But we are gonna go and raid. Let's go raid Matt Wiggins, who's playing Dark Souls 3. That's fun. That'll be a fun raid. Yeah, we'll go give Matt a raid here. So I hope y'all come along on this raid. Need to raid ASAP. Yes, before frames go bad. And I'm before the next stream, I'm gonna refresh the old modem. I'm gonna run that through, and hopefully that'll solve some issues. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I hope you come along on this raid. I hope you come back on Thursday working on the Dark Hounds. We can keep working on the Waste and then maybe get to Legs. We'll talk about the Game Awards and video games and anime and all kinds of stuff. Thanks so much for being here. See you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Well, good.